hasn't spit one of my cards out yet. And I hate that. Oh wait, well that's a good point. Oh my god.
You're never gonna get all those. There ain't no freaking way.
Now they're all jammed. Oh my god, all those cards are jammed. Look at that.
Just take your time. Let them work their way out.
Alright, so that helped move it at all? Kind of moving them. No? No.
I'm gonna try to find somebody.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try to find somebody. They're jammed. I don't know if I want to keep playing. Okay, they're so jammed down there. So jammed.
Alright, somebody's gonna.
Oh, there's still, I'm sure there's one somewhere down there. Alright, this is the broken machine. He fixed it and let me play the credits that are already here. So, I'm not getting any of the ticket points because whoever it broke on, all the tickets will go to their card. But I am getting some physical cards. And he did pull out from the other machine. He did pull out all the cards for me. As you can see, this machine still has like the older cards. I'll show you all the cards I won after we're done. Once we're done with this, we're gonna see 114 plays. So I really wish I was getting all the ticket credits for all these free plays, but I'll take the cards. Getting lots of free cards. Alright, you do it. I'm my timing is off. We might get one more. I think we're gonna get a Squidward maybe. Still got 50 more plays. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yep. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. Yep, there he is.
That's it.
We're not getting help.
We're through here.
It breaks so easily. I got the car came down.
Okay.
Alright, we're done. Hello. We just got back to our room. So we went to main event tonight, and after main event we went out to eat. But for the main event arcade, if it's typical of all main events that we've been to, the price is a little more expensive than Dave & Buster's. It was $1.50 a swipe for most of the games that we played. A couple games were $1.25, but most were $1.50. So it's kind of like, it's higher than Dave & Buster's, but less than round one. We went to round one last night. I wasn't impressed, so that's why I wanted to try main event. Main event is a chain. I do already have a main event card, and it carries forward, thank goodness, because I had 6,000 tickets on my card, and when we left, we had like 8,500. So we won 2,500 tickets tonight. Plus, I won a bunch of Spongebob tickets. I'm gonna show you. I'm sorry, Spongebob cards. I haven't cashed them in yet, but I can cash them in at a different main event. And main event is spreading. It's definitely a growing chain, and so I know on one of our vacations I'll find another one. I'm holding out. There's a camera I want for 20,000 tickets, so I'm gonna hold out and save our tickets. So anyway, we spent 50 bucks today. Originally we were only gonna spend 25, but the Spongebob machine had the new cards, and so we ended up spending 50. So if you're watching this, you already saw the Spongebob video, so let me just show you the cards that we ended up with. So this is Spongebob. Isn't that cool? And he's got his summary. Oh, this is different. So it has life goals and most likely to. So these are a little cuter than the last series. And this one is Sandy Cheeks. So the graphics are just a little more bright, a little more colorful. Pearl Crabs. Larry the Lobster. I got 2 of those. And then a Eugene Krabs. Oh, I'm covering the picture. See, they're just a little more bright. And then I got a Sheldon. And then I got a Patrick. So those were all the new cards. So definitely, they were still having the old cards. And if you saw that I had, the machine was broken, and because a whole bunch of cards fell at once, and so I ended up having, or 2 technicians ended up showing up and fixed my machine, and then the other machine to the right that was broken, they fixed that machine, and at that point there was like 200 plays on it because people kept swiping, but it wouldn't let them play, so it kept adding their credits. And so the guy fixed the machine, and he looked at me and he's like, there you go. So I'm like, what the heck, I'll play it. I wasn't getting the tickets. Whoever swiped last, I think, would have got whatever tickets was won, but I did get a couple free cards out of it. And for the people who swiped and it didn't work, I kind of feel bad for them, but on the other hand, they should have went and found a worker to say, hey, this machine is not working. I did tell a couple people, hey, it's not working, you might want to get a worker, but they didn't listen to me, so whatever, I'll play the 200 free credits, no big deal. And then, so like I said, they still had old cards too, and all the workers were like, oh, those cards look different. We have new cards. I didn't know that. So it must be really new. The employees weren't even aware about the new cards. So here is some of the old cards we got. Oh, and I did get a Gary right off the bat. Isn't that cool? And I I know I have more Spongebob cards at home for main event. I mentioned it before, like I keep little envelopes separate of these cards from each arcade, so I keep track of who has or where I got from each arcade, and that way eventually I will have enough to cash in a set at main event. So I won't keep these in the long run. I will cash these in for tickets, but I knew I have an envelope at home and I wanted to see if I have enough for a complete set. So let me just show you an example of the difference of these cards. So this is the original Larry the Lobster. And this is the new Larry the Lobster. So just a little brighter, different colors, just a different pose. And so the original Larry the Lobster, it has like favorite sport, surfing, best talent, weightlifting. And then on the new card, it now says life goals, own a gym, most likely to lift a boatmobile above his head. I don't know, that's kind of funny. So anyway, I like main event. It's not my most favorite arcade in the world. I'm still pretty partial to Dave & Buster's, but overall, price-wise, it's cheaper than round one. They have more games that we like. They had the Plinko Wheel of Fortune version that Robert likes, so we played that a little bit. I like it. It's not one I would... Price, what did I say, Wheel of Fortune? I said Wheel of Fortune, my husband's correcting me. Price is Right. Sorry. I like watching him play. I wish we had one of those machines at Dave & Buster's, or I hope main event will come to St. Louis. I don't know why not. St. Louis is big. I don't know why we don't have more arcades besides Dave & Buster's and Incredible Pizza. I definitely feel like we could support a couple more arcades, so hopefully, I think main event is another growing chain, so hopefully they will come to St. Louis. So I actually used to think I would love for round one to come to St. Louis. I don't anymore. Round one is too expensive. It's just too expensive. And also it seems like round ones are mostly in malls, and all of St. Louis malls are pretty much dying, so I don't see them coming. And you know what I'm saying? Don't you agree, Robert? There's just...
Yeah, we have a couple that do okay, but
yeah.
there's no room.
Yeah, but main events is usually standalone buildings like Dave & Buster's, so I definitely feel like a main event could make it in St. Louis. I'm just going on a tangent. Main event is another good arcade, but our number one choice is still Dave & Buster's. And then I did Google last night. There is a Dave & Buster's that's 23 miles away, too far for this trip. We're just trying to stay around in the Naperville area. So, and I don't know, I'm gonna hang out now, pack a little bit. We're gonna get up bright and early tomorrow morning, get up at 7, leave at 8, because we've got a snowstorm gotta get home. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you later.